Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since I published a video, but this is going to be a half system test just to showcase the changes that I made to the panel. So just disclaimer before the video starts, there will be no alarms sounding in this video. So if you're not interested, you can go ahead and click off. That's okay. Just showcasing the changes I made today. I guess we'll just start with the devices though that I have for initiating. Over here we have a Simplex 2099-9756, I believe. I could be wrong. I'll check I'll check in a second. I'll show you. So I decided, I got rid of all the initiating device outside that door for now. There is a mini horn out there, which I'll show in the next system test. But I was like, hey, I have extra wire and I have a box, so I'll just put it right here. There's two doors in this room, and the other pull station to the other door, so I think it makes sense, especially because that's an exit door. Over here we have Firelight MS2. My personal favorites for pull stations. I should make sure that I was putting it on a secure box. So we have our MS2 here. Go ahead and give it open. It's got a little markup in here, just personal, just so I know what wires to use, make sure it works right. Indicators and MS2. I think that's a great looking pull station. The only complaint I have about it is just most people don't actually know how to activate it, which totally makes sense. It's quite a weird one. Same Truler horn strip as before, 4 wires. And then we'll cut to the panel. So I threw these down here. These are just emergency operating procedures for my family if the alarm's going off and I'm not home. Luckily, the panel has an auto sounds feature, so that shouldn't be a problem. Now, as to what I'm aware of, this is the most feature-packed fire alarm panel currently in the community on YouTube. Custom one, at least. I'm looking to buy a Firelight ES50X. That's an addressable one. However, I'm not sure if I'll put it on my system when I buy it. I'm saving it currently for a future system, and it might replace this, it might not, but I like the Arduino fire alarm, so runs very well. Just got the inside panel here. So a few changes first. Bigger LCD. This 80 characters opposed to the 32 we had before. Lots more space. You also notice we have time and date. That's a real-time clock module, so that is what the time is currently. I've always wanted to do that. I honestly don't remember what I had last video because it was so long ago. I cleaned up some wiring in here. We still got the same relays. Down here, this is a big thing. Let's try to focus it. This is a additional power supply. So this screen was very dim when the system was being run because the board was getting so much power draw from activating the alarms. And now it is nice and bright because I have that supplemental power supply. So that is currently powering this, and I'm sure it'll power some other stuff. Maybe these LEDs. I think our trouble LEDs a little burnt out. You can see it trying to flash there, but so the programming menu is feature packed. So we're just gonna go through that. We have some coding. So yep, you have no fire detection while in the programming menu. So I'll just show you here. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the Simplex D-bar. Get our B key. Okay, so nothing. Let's look at the model there. If I can focus it. 2099-9756. I forgot how to. All right, there we go. This is dual action. I'll sometimes take this push bar out, but I think it looks nice, so I'm gonna keep it in for now. This is on zone 1. So is this one. All right, so let's put this up here. What we're gonna press next. Sorry, this isn't focused at all. So this is a security measure. When you get in the panel, you have to enter a code. So I don't really care about showing you. There we go. That's the code. Then we're in. So now we can scroll. These are all our options. Here, you have to enter again on reset. You can see that the LED is a little burnt out. Like if I put incorrect, that's a bug. I thought I fixed that, but I guess not. So there we go. So we got coding, continuous, code 3, march time, and stage mode. That is a few short pulses, and then it goes straight into code 3 after a while. Disable point, right now that's only working for zone 1, but I could, here I'll show you the trouble. So we got trouble in the system. 1 of 1 acknowledged, zone disabled. So, once again with that, I'll show you. Nothing. I'm still working on getting other zones to be able to get disabled. We've got walk test, which is broken right now. So is manual evac and fire drill. They all got messed up when I did a big code change. Strobe test, that just runs the NAC 2, which is strobes. Lamp test, I'll run that. That gets all the LEDs and every character on the screen. Manual evac and fire drill, those don't work. That's reserved. And now I've made it to the end. This is service tools, so there's a lot of options here. I'm going to add a service tools password. Disable all zones, which is considered service mode. System to statistics, if we press that, it'll show the amount of troubles and fire alarms we have currently, and that resets when they reset the panel. You can disable the piezo, which I'll do in a second, and then the memory arrays, which will show the last trouble reason, the last alarm, and that'll clear here in a second. Yep, there's another bug I gotta fix. So we're just gonna go all the way back. And we're going to disable the piezo, so I'll just show you here. So that is latching, so even after reset, that'll stay. For example, if I press reset, nothing. That's very weird. If I disable a point, I gotta enter the code again. If I disable a point, no sound whatsoever. It's nice when I'm doing maintenance, although I usually don't enable it normally. And I guess I should also make the disabling latching, but it's not currently. So that'll enable. And now we have sound again. One thing to note, all this cardboard and stuff will be getting replaced once I get my 3D printer up and running. There's going to be a lot of 3D printer parts in the system. You might also have noticed down here we have this. This is an MP3 card, which will be used to play voice evac messages through the NAC. So I have, right now, we have this relay card, which has 4 relays on it. Those are all being used. 1 and 2 are horns, NAC 1 horn, NAC 2 strobe. 3rd is currently a priority 2 relay, but it'll probably be repurposed. And 4 is smoke power. So we have this power supply here that's being used to power all the alarms. That's 24 volt. And that is powering this system sensor. I believe it's an i3. I guess I've done something. So there we go. That's pretty janky. That's on zone 2. It's only powered when you have the 24 volt power. I believe that wasn't in the last test. That was a big thing. I'll be adding more to that. There's going to be a big expansion soon. This was just to show in case the panel changes. So I guess what we'll do is I'll show the fire alarm sequence. So, oh, drop that. So we're going to activate the FCI MS2. And that'll be it. It does not have realarm for each zone. I don't think it even has realarm for other zones, which does have to, I have to fix that. But you're not going to hear the alarms again, but you are going to hear some clicking. So, all right, here we go. I'm going to acknowledge that because it's pretty loud. So you can see zone 1, it's got the zone name, the amount of alarms, and what time the alarm occurred. So pretty useful. You can hear the relays clicking away. That's code 3 going. Sorry, let me check this pole station. Sorry for all the camera adjustments. It's having a really hard time focusing. I'm trying to make the video look good. It's hard with the lighting in here. I'm going to try to improve the lighting. So we're going to silence this. Alarm silence, acknowledge the review, silence the silence. There we go. That's going to show that again. If we go to system statistics, go all the way down. There you go. That's going to clear. We're going to exit. And that is that. That's all I have to show for system test 2.5. I'll see you in system test 3. Thanks for watching.